ちゃいけないよ夢を忘れた古い地球人よアニメじゃないアニメじゃない素敵な世界アニメじゃないアニメじゃない現実なのさアニメじゃないアニメじゃない不思議な気持ちアニメじゃないアニメじゃないアニメじゃないアニメじゃないアニメじゃない素敵な世界アニメじゃないアニメじゃない現実なのさアニメじゃないアニメじゃない不思議な気持ちアニメじゃないアニメじゃないアニメじゃないアニメじゃない本当のことさ本当のことさ星が降りしきるペントハウスで空のオルゴール一人聴いてたガラスのロープを目隠しで渡るみんな寂しいサーカスの子供さ一人ぼっちの悲しみにきしんだ綱が心で揺れてる Silent Voice Silent Voice 優しい目をした誰かに会いたい Silent Eyes Silent Eyes ささやいてくれよそばにいるよって Silent Voice 人という文字をそっと涙で手のひらに書くと胸が熱くて諦めるたびに諦めきれずに途方に暮れる気の弱いピエロさ拍手ならない星
Well, hello, and thank you, World Receiver, for the follow at the very beginning of the stream. Welcome. We're building some gunpla today. I should say, the Gundam Mark V Master Grade. Had to buy it from P Bandai because they love doing completely new models that are P Bandai exclusive these days. But I was really entranced by the design of this thing. I thought it looked really cool. It's from Gundam Sentinel, I believe, which I don't know much about. It's a side story of some sort. I don't know much about its plot or anything like that. I know about the EXS and all those Gundams that are in it. But I really like the design of this Mark V, so I had to pick it up. I couldn't help it. P Bandai double markup or not. So this is titled the ORX-013 Gundam Mark V, the new Decides Quasi-Saikamu mobile suit. So when it says Quasi-Saikamu, it's talking about these sort of funnels on wires it have. If you've seen Unicorn, you've seen, what is it, the Silver Bullet and the Dovin Wolf as well, have these sort of semi-funnels where they're on wires instead of, just completely autonomous. So the Gundam Mark V has those too. And I wasn't sure what songs to pick at the intro there, so I went with the double Zeta Gundam OPs just because I'm pretty sure the lore is that the Mark V is a derivative of the double Zeta. And as are the Dovin Wolf and the Silver Bullet, though I'm not 100% sure. We're starting off with the chest unit here. Yeah, today we have a big, fancy 1/100th scale Master Grade. I think this might actually be the first Master Grade build I've streamed. There haven't been too many new Master Grades I've been interested in recently, so I just haven't been picking many up. There was kind of a drought of Master Grades for a long time, too, during kind of the Iron-Blooded Orphans era. They were kind of doing that specific kind of 1/100 scale not Master Grade line for a while, and it was all IBO stuff, and I'm not super into, like, I like some of IBO's designs, but it was mostly Barbados variants, and I'm not super into the Barbatos itself. Plus, I didn't like IBO very much, so I wasn't too attached enough to any of those designs to pick up those 100th scale kits. But this is a Master Grade that came out just this year, so that's cool. So first things first, we've got our little pilotman. He's gonna stick him in his chair. Yeah, I'm not sure what New Decides is. Again, that's some Sentinel lore, I suppose, that I don't know anything about. Side stories that I don't even know if have been translated in any way. Here's his chair. But I guess it's a New Decides mobile suit. That faction, whatever it is. If there's any Sentinel lore heads in the chat who might be able to tell me, that would be cool. There's so many Universal Century side stories. I couldn't possibly know about them all, especially since, none of them are, the vast majority of them, in fact, aren't really translated. But I've always liked the spherical cockpits that got introduced, starting with Zeta, the 360-degree viewing monitors. Hello, Bebop S. I always thought that was a cool thing. Yeah, the high-res liner is interesting, yeah. I just kind of wish they would make modern Master Grades for G Gundam stuff. Oh, you're starting to watch Turn A, Innocent Bystander. Well, I hope you enjoy it. Turn A is one of my favorites. It's probably like top 2 or 3 Gundam things. My favorite Gundam show is Zeta. But, it's a close tie between Zeta, Turn A, and, the original. I also love Char's Counterattack a lot, but, you know, that's not a show, that's a movie. And, yeah, Kamen Rider Double is also a fun time. It's actually the first Kamen Rider I watched. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I have also read a lot that Tomino really enjoyed working on Turn A. And it kind of shows through, I think. Turn A is, I think out of all of Tomino's Gundam shows, except maybe compared to G-Ren Kandista, is the most, like, how do I say, not necessarily lighthearted, but maybe the most hopeful feeling. I think a lot of Gundam shows end with what you might not call much hope for the future, but Turn A feels like it does. No, you're not wrong, TechSpec Gavin. I don't know if I would call G Gundam the black sheep. It's popular, you know, it's Gundam, so it's still popular. I think it's just not as popular in Japan. I think G Gundam kind of came at a point in what you might call Gundam fatigue, where it was just like, you know, every year a new 50-episode show, right? And it was just kind of fatiguing. So I think it also just had some aesthetics that were not totally popular at the time. Like, Wing ended up being more popular than G. Wing was a bit more on the pulse of, I guess, what people wanted to look at the time. Yeah, that's possibly true, Textbook Gavin. G Gundam's still a good time. I figure if you want to get someone who's maybe not as interested in more, I don't know, what we would say, heady stuff like Gundam's traditional shows, like the Universal Tomino, Universal Century stuff, G might be a good bridge for those people. Because I think one of the successes of G, excuse my Freudian slip, is that it manages to maintain a lot of the metaphorical through line from original Gundam. Regarding stuff like environmentalism and anti-war metaphors. This looks cool so far. I always like looking at the inner frames that Master Grades do. I think it's pretty cool. Bum, 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 bum. And, you know, the whole super robot versus real robot thing. It's an interesting distinction people have because, like, it just feels like a rule people made up where you have to separate robot mecha shows into 2 types. When I don't think anyone who actually makes those shows feels that way about it. Like, I don't really think you can only like one or the other. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. It's just a thought that appears whenever people talk about that sort of distinction. Obviously, we have that distinction just, you know, because it helps us differentiate within subgenres. Obviously, Gurren Lagann and Mobile Suit Gundam, they have the same DNA, but they're not exactly the same thing. I think I dropped something. And you know, we as humans, you as humans, I should say, I'm not a human. I'm way above humans. They just like to separate things into categories. It's only natural. It's the right one. Yeah, there's so many pieces to this Mark V that my little part carrying case is completely filled up, and I had to actually stack some on in the lid. The Zeong, the real grade Zeong we built a few months ago was a lot like that too, where I had to end up stacking parts on the rim of my lid on my part container, just because there was no more room. It's like the shoulder joints we've got going on here. The cockpit hatch. How does this go in? Oh, I think I see. Okay, I have to, like, slide it in like this. Maybe not. Yeah, you mentioned before that you've been reading Getter. I love Getter Robo, the manga and the OVAs. The manga is so fantastic. We get a okay. Yeah, I have to like slide it up and then in. Because there's a little railing for the hatch to slide onto. No, I'm not quite sure. Ah, okay, I've got it. It popped into place. There we go. There we go. Yep, okay. And then this slides on top. Very good. Oh, I think I know what video you're talking about, Textbook Gavin. Yeah, I watched that video too. It was very good. If you're interested at all in the history of Getter or just a prolific manga creator, I'd recommend giving that video a watch. I really hope someday Ken Ishikawa's other work, Jujutsu Kaisen, gets translated. I've always been super interested in it, but only one chapter has ever been translated. And it's a shame, because it looks really interesting. Wait, Jujutsu Kaisen, that's the wrong things. What am I thinking of? It's the... Jujutsu Kaisen is the name of a current shonen manga. It's Senki Kyoku or something like that, I think. I don't know why Jujutsu Kaisen popped in my head. I can't escape it when I'm friends with Alto. I have heard Jujutsu Kaisen is good, though. And then these just kind of go right back into the... Yeah, okay. See, the worst thing is that, like, Alto was mad about the guy. About everybody saying they're like that one guy, Gojo. And then, like, I'm like, oh, the guy with the headband covering his eyes? And they're like, yeah, this is what he looks like without the headband. I'm like, why are you mad about this? He's hot. And this goes on, like... Yeah. The design of this chest part of the Mark V kind of makes me think of some car, but I'm not sure which one. I'm not really a car guy. Just feels familiar somehow. Dun 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 dun. I think that panel where Gojo's talking about Digimon is specifically one of the citations for comparing him to Alto. Kind of reminds me of Blur's car alt mode, the chest. Yeah, I guess a little. Blur is pretty cool. I do remember he had kind of like a chest, like, cause he's a race car, so his his chest was the like kind of a drag racer front. I don't know what you'd call it. I'm again not a car person. There's one shoulder thing. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. You're the translation of Mazinger? Yeah, the fan translation I remember reading wasn't perfect. Unfortunately, there's no official translation of it. I hope someday 7 Seas might pick that up, because they've translated Devilman and Cutie Honey. And both of those translations, from what I've heard, are both quite good. Oh, okay. I'm putting it on the wrong side. This goes on this side. Because the piping here has to fit in this bump, which will be upside down if you put it on the wrong side. Dun, 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 dun. I do like the colors of this kit so far. The kind of faded blue and the white. When I was looking at this Gundam design, out of curiosity, I did see another alternate color scheme for it that I also thought was very nice. It's called the Earth Federation colors, where all this blue is white and all the white is like a nice red. I thought that looked very nice too. Dun, 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 dun. Desperately in need of good mecha games to play. There's Metal Wolf Chaos. I've heard Daemon... I haven't played Daemon X Machina yet, but I've heard it's also quite good, and it's got a very good PC port. Alright, so there's the chest. Looking good. I like this design so far. We're gonna do the head next. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Daemon X Machina is still $80 on Steam? Oh. I did get it in a sale a while ago, so I wasn't sure how expensive it still was. But yeah, from what I've seen of that PC port, it can like 120 FPS easily, which is pretty great. But yeah, you could always emulate the older Armored Core games. There's the strategy RPG one made by Square Enix that I forgot the name of. Front Mission. There we go. Front Mission. Ba-bum, ba-bum. Get you going like that, and there's gonna be a sticker on there. Sticker number 2. Lots of like camera stickers for this kit. It's because from what I saw in the instructions, there's quite a lot on its unique gun. Oops. The point where I can recognize even half the stuff in Super Robot Wars is when you can say you've consumed a lot of mecha. I guess that's fair. Super Robot Wars is known for some deep pulls. I think this should be right. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, I forgot something. Dun, dun, dun. I think this is it. Yeah. Da 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 da. The eyepiece. Let me make sure I'm putting this on right. There we go. And then this should go, there's a little slot for it. Oops. Yeah, like that. Okay. Okay. And the chin. Long head. It's got kind of a xenomorph head going on. It's one thing I've noticed about the kind of the similarities in some Sentinel designs is they have kind of these long heads. It's true of the Sentinel Gundam as well. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. I also think it's cool. It's just interesting. This will go over the chin. Okay. Layers. Sorry, I gotta fix the eyepiece a little. Okay. Da-na-na-na. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, it's definitely... Sentinel has some really cool, unique designs, I gotta say. I like most of the ones I've seen. And again, I'm not really sure what kind of side story Sentinel is supposed to be. But the designs are good. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Let's do that first. Dun, 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 dun. Ah, there we go. Looking good. Actually, I should put on the stickers first. 3 and 4. The shape of the heads does make me think of the Double Zeta Gundam a little. And I think maybe that's just kind of a thing that Mecha Designer likes doing, because they also worked on Double Zeta. if I recall right. Ba-ba-ba-bum. It does seem like a lot of Gundam side stories seem to be vehicles for certain mecha designers who are maybe more popular to get to sell more designs. I don't mean that so cynically. It's just like, hey, you did a good job on Zable Zeta, and people like the mecha you made. Make some more for us, and we'll make some toys of them. I guess that sounds cynical. Then we got these V-fins. Well, sort of V-fins. Gotta be careful with these, we don't want to snap them. There we go. Cool head design. Next up is the arms. Dun, dun, dun. All right, arm number 1. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, bum, 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 bum. Super Robot Wars OGs have some real bangers as far as theme songs go. Like, they really know what makes a good robot theme song over there. bum 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 bum. This goes to the side. Hi, Rhythmaxi. We're chugging our way along on this Master Grade Gundam Mark V kit. It's been a fun time so far. I'm really liking it. It's got a cool design. We're in there. We are in there. Well, that's perfectly fine too, Rhythmaxi. I don't really know the story of this one. It's from some Gundam side story that, as far as I know, doesn't really have a translation, so... I don't know anything about it either. Oh, I think I'm seeing what I'm doing wrong here. Yes. I just think it looked cool and I had to buy it. And that seemed the most important thing. The second most important thing would be if my camera would focus. Please? Please? Da-na-na-na. Come on. There we go. Alright, thank you, camera. And that goes, yeah, okay, cool. Little pipes. Nice detail. Bum, ba-da-da-da. This is supposed to go on here. There we go. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Oh. Gotta put this on first. Dun 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 dun. There we go, there we go. There we go. Okay. And that goes on. Here, yeah. There's supposed to be a little gap there so that the wrist can wiggle a little bit. And then the shoulder. Goes, and there's little railing for it. I see. Yep, okay. Hey, Pro Tycoon, yeah. The big boy. A 1/100th scale boy. A Mark V boy. Not sure how we get from the Mark II to here, but you know, whatever. The different grades of Gunpla usually refer to their scale. So, high grade is 1/144th scale, master grade is 1/100th scale, and then the idea with real grade is to have the detail of a master grade in 1/144th scale. And then there's like beginner grade or like starting grade or something like first grade. Like if you see a name like that, then it's like a very beginner, meant for like very small children. Because the whole point of those early entry grades, yeah, entry grades is that you can just twist the pieces right off of the runner, and just put them together without needing to use tools. That's the idea behind those. Like they're literally for children who don't have coordination for that kind of, for like the the you know, sanding or knives yet. So high grades, if you're looking for a place to start, I would recommend a high grade, not necessarily because of difficulty, just because it's the cheapest. And you'll be able to tell if you like it, you know, like an RX-78 Gundam. It's just like, you can buy that for like, I don't know, 10 bucks, 12 bucks. And that's just always a good place to start because, you know, it's cheap and you don't have to worry about, you know, wasting your money on something you ended up not enjoying. That's always my recommendation. Dun-dun. Yeah, I figured that was where it was going, Innocent Bystander. So like you can just pick up, you know, a Zaku or an RX-78, you know, the original Gundam, and for, you know, 10, 12 bucks. And you can decide if you like that sort of thing pretty easily with that. Especially just because there's so many Zaku or GM or regular Gundam variants that you'll probably find one you think looks cool. Da 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 dum wap wap wa dum. Da. Yeah, some of the RG can also be kind of flimsy sometimes. I know the Sinanju and the Zeta are kind of explosive. The only real grades I've built are the Mark II and Titans colors and the Zeong. The Zeong I definitely recommend if you're into Gunpla already and are fine with spending the money for it. The Zeong is a fantastic kit. Could not recommend it enough. Yeah, just one you think looks cool or it's just cheap. Simple enough. I mean, there's so many high grades at this point. You're not exactly spoiled. You're spoiled for choice, really. You will have no problem finding one of some Gundam you like, because there's so many high grades. Oops. Dun 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 dun. Now for the other arm. Yeah, I mean, Zaku's are about as classic as you can get, right? Okawara knew what he was doing when he made those boys. Our chunky little green men. There it is. Plus, you know, there are There must be like over 100 Zaku variant HGs by now. There's gotta be, you know, one for everybody. You got Char Zaku, the old Zaku, the Zaku F2, Garma Zaku, Devil Zaku. Johnny Ridden Zaku. So many Zakus. There's so many. The Psycho Zaku. There's so many. There is not an actual Big Zam kit to my knowledge. Maybe one of the really old ones. Ugh, excuse me. Yeah, one of the really old ones that I doubt they are even producing, you know, they're even reprinting anymore. It'd be funny if they did another Big Zam kit, if they did a Big Zam kit someday. Just in 1/144th scale, that would be very large, and probably very expensive and not worth it, because it's a fucking Big Zam. You want to buy that thing for the meme, not for $100. Perfect grade Big Sam. It's huge. There's a 1/400th one. I do remember there was like a sort of miniatures line. They did that for ships and stuff. Like you could buy the white base in like 1/400th scale or something. Well, you gotta remember 1/400th scale for something as big as a spaceship. It's smaller. It would be smaller than like a high grade kit, but you know, not minuscule. Go, go. It's got the launch base zone sound clips. Bum 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 bum. It is out of stock on Amazon. Well, that's a shame. Dum, dum, bum, bum, bum. Go, 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 go. Dun 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 dun. This song is Everywhere You Go from Super Robot Wars. I don't know which one exactly, it just says OG. It's one of the OG games. I do like the launch base zone, go, go, in the song, though. Dun 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 dun. When am I watching EVA 4.0? Next week. I made a promise to watch it with someone specific, and they can't do it till next week. So I'm sure you'll see a lot of posts about it then. Da-da-da-da-da. Don't forget to watch that NHK documentary before it. Maybe I will. If I have the time. Bum 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 bum. Eva's a fantastic show. I can't recommend it enough. I really can't recommend it any way anybody else has by now. You gotta watch it if you haven't already. And oops. Gotta put the thumb on. Alright, now we'll attach these arms. Come on, get in there. Not want to get in there. Na 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 na. There we go. There we go. Sometimes the instructions always recommend oh. Putting on the shoulder piece first. But honestly, sometimes it's easier to just do it like this. And then put on the shoulder. Bam. Oops. Gotta be careful with these V-fins. Trying to get them out of the way, so I don't snap them. There we go. Dun 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 dun. There we go. So there's its big body. Next up is the waist. He's a thick boy. The Gundam Mark V. So that just goes in here. Yeah, I think so. Dun dun dun. There we go. Looks good. And this one goes on top. And this one goes on bottom. Dun, dun. Another banger to this track. Really good part separation on this kit, I think I should mention here, because you can see this white and the gray poking through are all separate pieces. It looks really nice. Da 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 da. Da da da. There's the waist. Now are the legs. The legs are the parts that took me the longest to cut out and clean. Just because there's so many pieces for the legs specifically. I guess that makes sense. They're the longest part, more or less. These are some thick legs, I tell you what. Bum, bum, bum. A lot of parts for the legs. And in fact, takes up 2 compartments in my part box. Big and meaty, yep. Big and meaty these legs are. Okay. Da, 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 da. That's alright. Misses. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see here. Here it is. Might have done this wrong. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. Yeah. Dun 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 dun. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Da-na-na-na. Okay. Cool vernier thrusters. Dun, 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. This one goes here, and then the other one is going to go around the leg. I see, so that's making the knee right here. There's the knee. And this is the back of the thigh. Or not the thigh, the calf. The back of the calf. It's got where there's a little thruster bell on it. Dun, dun, dun. As soon as the camera wants to come back into focus. There you go. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-da-da. So we got most of our leg frame done here. Dun, dun. Which one is it? Bam, ba-dum, ba-na-na-na-na-na. Bam, bam, ba-dum, bam, ba-na-na. Extend that knee. I always like how the moving frames work together, where you can see the parts moving in sequence and bending out. I think it looks really cool. Really good part separation again. The white and the blue colors. Come on, get in there. There we go. Big chunky legs. My favorite. Dun, 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 dun. Da, 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 da. Cool. Some information here about the kit on these colored pages. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, they are some big steppies. You love to see it. Do 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 do. Cool. Looking good. Goes. Okay, that's gonna slip in there. I see. Sounds like a Tekken song. A little bit. A little bit of Mega Man X5 too, yeah, I guess. Oh yes. I mean, prep always takes longer than actually building it. I spread it out over multiple days throughout the week. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what size the kit is. The prep will always take longer. The cutting them out and the cleaning up of the pieces, that always takes longer than actually building it, no matter what kind of kit you're building. That's why I opted for doing it this way, because I knew if I not only built but cut out all the pieces on stream, it would take just way too long. It would not be a good amount of time to stream this. It just wouldn't be tenable. So another really good example of part separation. Not a sticker, that's just a white piece that's in there. I really like that so far about this kit. Big feet. Yeah, it's just cutting them out off the runners and then cleaning them up with sandpaper and knives. That definitely takes a while. It definitely took a while with this kit, that's for sure. Which is why I can't stream that part. It would take way too long. It would not be efficient. There we go. You finished Victory Gundam wasn't your cup of tea. I understand that. I like Victory Gundam, but it's certainly one of Tomino's most polarizing Gundam works. I think Victory Gundam is a very interesting watch. I also like a lot of the mecha designs in Victory Gundam. Like the Gundams themselves, the kind of ones that look kind of like bees and stuff. Very interesting designs. Okay, now let's put all these parts together. So, it's a cool example of moving parts here is that you can move this outward, and you can move this outward too. Just a little bit. So these thrusters here can wiggle a little bit. Pretty neat. Can also be angled more up and down. Bwah, 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 bwah. Hey, it's everybody's favorite. The sword that cleaves evil. Daizenga! Bum, bum, ba-dum. Just gotta watch G-Savior. I don't know if G-Savior is exactly required UC watching, but it's interesting to say the least. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. This leg is very long. I'm gonna have to put it like over here, I guess, before we move on to the next one. Dun 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 dun. Da-na-na-na. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. The Canadian Gundams are very interesting, that's for sure. It's a low-budget live-action film produced by a Canadian production committee. Is a pretty interesting choice for your 20th anniversary movie project. Because it was for the 20th anniversary. It was produced along with Turn A Gundam. Dun dun. Both released in '99. Turn A started in '99 at least, and ended in 2000, obviously. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. And there is technically one more, way late UC thing. I forget the name of it. It was a series of novels adapted into radio plays, written by Tomino. Interesting mecha designs in it. What's the name of it? I forget. It's not like, it doesn't have Gundam in the name. I forget. It's in like, yeah, Gaia Gear. It's in like UC 1000 or something. And it's like a clone of Char, because of course. Like an actual clone. One of the main characters. I'm gonna have to move this foot over here. I'm just gonna stand it up over here. Na 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 na. You can't see it, but that leg is over there, and it is standing of its own power. Bum ba da dum. Warewa Zanga Zanvolts. An alternate UC like Thunderbolt? That's possible. Like I said, I don't know if it's received any sort of translation. I just know that Tomino was in charge of that. So it's probably interesting at least. Da na na na. Da na 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 na. They're all the radio drama subbed in English on YouTube. Maybe I'll give it a listen sometimes. Certainly should prove to be a unique experience. Da na 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 na. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Dun da 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 da. Here we go. Just making sure I'm putting it in the right one this time. Yeah, Geiger just, it had some interesting mechanical designs going on from what illustrations I saw of it, so I'm like, I should give that a listen sometime, even though I will be hearing the mechanical designs instead of seeing them. I'm also just very interested, I guess radio dramas aren't exactly the same as prose, but I am very interested in Tomino's prose. Like how he would write in a literary style. That's why I'm interested in that Gundam novelization written by him as well. It certainly would prove to be a unique experience, I think. Tomino is a very fascinating creator to me. You really should make kits of the Geiger robots? Maybe someday. I think it does feel like Bandai has been willing to get into slightly different territory lately. I really hope they keep up with the Super Robot Wars OG unit kits, because we've got Cybuster so far, and what is it? All Tyson is the next one they're doing. I hope we get some of the X-Binds. Especially the EX X-Bind, the one with like all the funnels. That would be a really cool kit. I know there's a Kotobukiya kit of XX Spine, EXX Spine, but I think it's out of print. It's weird. You'd think Bandai would have made more Super Robot Wars kits sooner, considering that's, you know, Super Robot Wars is basically a Bandai series, especially the OGs. There's one that's literally based off the old Bandai logo. I will probably give Super Robot 30th a try, yes. I'm really interested in the OG games, the PlayStation 2 remake of the OG games that recently got a translation, so I'll probably be checking that one out too. Moon Dwellers maybe at some point if I can get a good way of capturing PS4 footage. I think I'm a little more interested in the OG side of things, just because I think there's a lot of cool, unique designs. And it probably makes it a little bit more coherent of a story if you're using your original characters instead of 500 mecha shows that already exist and you're just trying to mash them all together somehow coherently. I feel like I'm not a Super Robot Wars expert, but I feel like the regular series, the non-OGs, probably feels a lot like they're kind of just throwing action figures together, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but I would be interested in a more original story. Like, I kind of like the idea, not so much of mashing together a bunch of actual robot properties, but of mashing together a bunch of robot concepts, if that makes sense. Right? Like, a lot of the original units in Super Robot Wars are very clearly inspired by different robots. Like, the X-Spines all look very, very Gundam, right? But there's stuff that looks very, 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 like, more over-the-top, you know, Mazinger or Getter inspired. And I think that's kind of more interesting when it's original and you're putting that all together. It's just my take, though. I mean, you can Google a lot of the Super Robot Wars OG designs, and there's a lot of very, very blatant inspirations. And I'm okay with it being blatant. It's just I think it's just more interesting when it's original stuff that you're doing all the mashing together with. But that's just from, you know, a very shallow outsider's perspective. I will certainly still give the regular series a try. And a lot of those OG units from Super Robot Wars just have great designs in general. Like, a lot of them look really cool. Like I said, I really like the EX spine, and I like its pilot Ing Guam, and see is very much my aesthetic. There's also another unit he pilots that's like I don't remember the name of it, but it's another X-Spine, and it's got like a cape and a big sword. And I'm like, yes, I'm all for this. They're designed by Hajime Kotoke, and it's very easy to tell. Like, it's very easy to tell that those are some Kotoke-ass Kotoke designs, because they're, one, they have decals over them, and two, they're like 80% leg. Ba-da-na-na. And I always thought Psybuster looked like an Aura Battler from Dunbine, and then somebody told me that's because it's the same designer as Dunbine. I'm like, yep, that makes sense. But I do think the Dunbine designs are really cool too. The bug inspiration is pretty unique. Yeah, giant insect robots are always a treat. You can't. I think it's fun when they make the super robots look a little more organic in some ways. Dunbine definitely goes for that. Dun-dum. Dun-dum, dun-dum. Hi, Tuscan Hero. We're on the second leg here. These legs are very big and require many pieces. Very good part separation, though, so I don't mind it. It's certainly shaping up to be a pretty good kit. That to the side, so we can build these other parts. These side thrusters are pretty good. These parts here specifically that go on the legs are the parts that really remind me of the Double Zeta, and think that maybe in universe the Mark V is a derivative of the Double Zeta. I don't know the lore on that. dum. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Come on, get in there. I think I might have done the wrong one. Yeah, I think I did the wrong one on the wrong side. Let me see if I can get this out somehow. Without causing a problem. There we go. Now this, put this back on. And this should go right in. There we go. Alright, cool. I fixed it. Because I'm a genius. Even geniuses can make mistakes. What matters is if you're a genius enough to fix it. That's how it works. Dun, 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 dun. Go. Oops. Sounds kind of like a Metal Slug theme. Maybe it's just the part that goes da na 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 na. Alright, now let's put this together. Alright, there's both legs. That is one thick boy. Big legs. Oh, Metal Slug's Tactics is out now? Ooh, I need to check that out. Alright, so I'm gonna have to stand both legs up over here off camera. On account of the space available. And then we're gonna put the waist on. Oh, it's next here? Don't get me all excited over nothing. Anyways, backpack. I'm pretty excited for Metal Slug Tactics. It looks really fun. Oh, right, because it was on that Nintendo indie thing. I mean, I guess Metal Slug Tactics is technically indie? It's made by an indie developer? Even if it was obviously money-hatted by SNK. It's their IP, after all. Do-do-do-do. You need more tactical RPGs in your life since you're on a break from Fire Emblem? I would recommend Final Fantasy Tactics, War of Alliance. That's my favorite strategy RPG. French studio, no less. It's the same people that made Streets of Rage 4, isn't it? This won't go on all the way. There we go. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-da. .mu is publishing it. Ah. So that might mean it's not the same developer as Streets of Rage 4 then, because .mu was also just the publisher on that one. Yeah, Streets of Rage 4 was really great. Actually, I've yet to play Streets of Rage 4. I've heard it's really great, though, and it looks pretty great. It's another thing for the bucket list. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about Metal Slug Tactics. I think a tactical game is a pretty good way to bring that series back. These are our Psycommus, by the way. Dun, 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 dun. Another thing that makes me think this is a derivative model of the Double Zeta is these. It has the gigantic beam sabers. These are beam sabers. The ones that are so big that, for the effect parts, the beam effect, they use, perfect grade sized effect parts. They just use the same ones as perfect grade regular. That would be regular sized beam sabers for the perfect grade. Dun, 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 dun. Has to, like, slip up in here. Interesting. So these just slide out like that. Cool. dun 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 dun. Then this goes here. And the beam saber here. And the same for the other one. Do 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 do. Let's do it this way to make sure I'm doing it right. Okay, yeah. Da 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 da. All right, backpack equipped. Looking good. Without its lower half, it kind of looks like the last fight of Gamma's story from Sonic Adventure Super Beta. Here's an action-based connector, by the way. It comes with that. And finally, we've got the weapons. Da 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 da. Okay. So first up, we've got a gun. Gun. Dun 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 dun. And we need a sticker for that. This is basically where the rest of our stickers are gonna go, on these gun cameras. Ba-dum. Ba-na-na-na-na. Okay. Da-na. Big gun coming up. Large. It's not done yet, though. Still some pieces to go. Dun, dun, dun. Sticker number 6. Potted cannons ahead, Gordon. Big ones. Not as big as the Faz, but pretty big still. I really want to get the FAZZ kit someday, the version Ka. Just for that absolutely gigantic, throbbing shoulder cannon. You know what they say about mobile suits with huge cannons. The FA double Z, not to be confused with the full armor double Zeta. Those are two different things, even though one might think one's an abbreviation for the other. Don't get confused. Don't get it twisted. They're different mobile suits. And that is sticker number 7 on those. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. No, sorry, that was an actual dog that, somewhere underneath my castle window is very upset about something. I don't even know what dog that was. And there's our large weapon. I like these. Very unique. Very cool. Now they're the big shield. The shield is absolutely massive. Yeah, you need your huge shield as protection for your massive cannon. It just makes sense. Here it is. Big shield. We're not even done with it yet. One might wonder what the point of this thing being so huge is. I say, who cares? It's cool. I mean, I don't much care about the mechanics of things when it's a Gundam UC side story. They always stop caring about consistency at that point. It's just what they can sell the most toys with, really. Hey. Huge. And that'll be sticker number 9. Da-na-na-na-na! And that'll be sticker number 8. Last sticker. Don't need that anymore. Yes. Oh. Da-na, da-na. Oh, this is the wrong one. I'm gonna try doing it backwards so I see if I can understand this a little bit better. Ah, there we go. That makes more sense. There we go. There's our massive shield. Now we're doing these shoulder missile pods. You love to hear shoulder pods. So you hear that phrase, and I'm just like, ooh, yes, please. Give me the missile pods. And that just opens up like that. Cool. Now we have to do that 3 more times. Da, 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 da. 3. Going well, Bebop. I'm almost done, in fact. Just putting together these missile pods. I have a pretty big Gunpla collection, just because at this point, I've been doing a Livebuild every week for almost a year, so it's kind of stacked up. How many I have. Yeah, I've been, I can't exactly display them all, so I've had to just store a lot of them in a drawer. That's alright. There we go. Okay. So now we're gonna put on the legs. And then put on some accessories. Yeah, that's one big boy. Holy cow. Okay. Let me just put this guy over here for a second. That's right. Getting drored is a good minion punishment for those who disobey me. You're gonna go in the gunpla drawer and collect dust. Alright. Ooh. Put the shield on the arm. The shield is absurdly huge. Oh no, it fell off. Okay. This is gonna be hard to display on camera. Then the gun hand. Then you've got your gun hand. And you can also attach the shield to the back. Like this. Like that. It's pretty ridiculously huge. And then the missile pods attached to the shoulders. The shoulder opens up like this and it just goes in here. That is assuming I don't put it on backwards. So the shoulder missile pods just go on here and they open up. yeah, this thing is pretty absurdly huge. Now, I had a fear. It comes with these wires. And the idea is you wrap them around the SciCommu system, because like I said, it's like funnels, except they're on wires, so that it's not just limited to new type use. I have a feeling that they're not going to be able to hold up under their own weight. So you pull this out the back. And there's a little hole for the wire in this. So that's where the wire goes in there. And then you put it on the other end of the wire. So it's kind of meant to look like this. But yeah, it's just like, it just bends away. So I would recommend, if you want to display it with those, get some, like, steel wire. Because that plastic wire just isn't good enough to hold them up. But yeah, overall, I would say it's a pretty cool kit. Assuming the... I don't know, I made the head fall off, but that's my own fault. It's very hefty, and it's also P-Bondi, so it's, you know, you're gonna have a hard time finding it now. But still, really strong, cool kit. If you just want a big, hefty boy, there you go. But, just a quick announcement as we reach the end here. Thank you for watching, first of all, but also there won't be any live builds. In fact, there won't be any live streams for a while, at least 2 to 4 weeks. I am moving to a new castle. That's right, your princess will soon be in another castle. Yeah, Dovenwolf would be cool. That's based off the Mark V. But, yeah, so there won't be any streams for a while. I'll make an official announcement on Twitter and the Discord and stuff, so I have to get all moved in, so starting next week, that's what I'm doing. And, so because of that, there won't be any streams for at least a couple weeks, so thank you everybody who's watched and supported me, and I look forward to seeing you when I return. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you then.